Hello, friends. God love you. I love you. No weapons formed against your expansion and communion with God will ever prosper. I love God so much, okay? If you on this channel, you love God too, or you're interested and want to know about a higher power. Let me tell you, God is the thing for you. The it, the she, the whatever you want. God is everything. God is amazing. And I be trying to figure God out. Okay? It's always so much going on. Okay, so this message is about coconuts. And what is your organs made of? I'm always talking about self-love, loving yourself, communion with God. Loving yourself means honoring your vessel. When you start to take care of your vessel, your whole life is going to transform. Your brain is going to transform. Your body is going to transform. Your body is listening to you and it's doing the best with whatever you give it. But the more you give it of the right things, it's just going to be like magnificent. Your body loves you. And I'm always talking about self-love. Okay? My videos, my purpose, love. Okay, if you feel triggered when you see me, it's about you needing to find deeper inner love. If you feel anything but love, it's because you need to get back to love. Coconuts. And what are your organs made of? I'll be trying to figure God out, right? I already said that. And being in nature, friends, is how you commune with God. I mean, you can commune with God anywhere. I do. But like when I go outside, it's just a different experience. I was smoking, talking to God, and just observing nature. I love nature. And it was this coconut that was like super duper old because of how brown it is. All these coconut trees right outside. And so I took it off the pathway and put it on the soil. I be taking all of my waste. If I had a house, I would be composting, but I take all of my food waste. I eat so much fruit and vegetables daily, and I just throw it across the street from this condo into like all this land that's right there. I want it to decompose immediately. I don't like to see when leaves and stuff is raked up and put inside of bags. Like, what you about to do with that? That nature need to stay in nature. So anyway, coconuts. I'm walking, talking to God. And when I picked up the coconut, I shook it and I could hear the water inside. And I'm like, how did you get the water in the coconut from the seed? Like, what? And then there's all these little baby coconuts. And then there's the big coconut. So the baby coconuts only got a little bit of water. A little bit of water inside. But the baby coconuts is growing from the baby little coconut, the small, and then it get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And the meat inside is getting bigger. And the water is getting fuller inside. This is what's happening in the coconut. And the only thing the tree is receiving is the sun and rain. I'm like, how, God? What? Okay, so what is your organs made out of, right? I always be talking about loving yourself and eating alive food. The tree is only receiving water and sunlight. And so however God computed the recipe and the DNA with the seed, the evolution of the coconut is to just get water. And however the process, the photosynthesis, is taking in the sun and making that coconut grow. So what we eat is creating our blood, right? We get so much blood moving through our body every day. These red blood cells is doing miraculous things, right? It's not like we was just a bottle of water and we was filled up from birth of everything that we would ever need. No, it's a continuous regenerating cycle inside of these vessels. So when I say we should be eating God's alive energy, this is what's regenerating our skin. My skin is made from God's alive energy, from the food that I'm eating, the sun that I'm soaking up, the products that I'm using that are organic, my body is regenerating itself off of God's alive energy, right? That's this, my heart is regenerating, my skin, right? Like everything within us is being regenerated with God's alive energy. But if we are eating, friends, bioengineered processed food that you've seen so many videos, and if you haven't, look it up, how McDonald's does not grow mold. That is not food. So if you are someone, and it's not just McDonald's, it's all the fast food places creating toxic food. In California, they have laws that McDonald's have to put up signs because it is cancer causing, but all the other states didn't mandate that. But it's the same company worldwide with cancer causing food, but nobody's saying anything. I'm gonna say something. If you're eating bioengineered processed food, then your body is regenerating itself with not the right things. This is what makes you susceptible to ailments and sickness and dis-ease, because your body, it doesn't even feel good with me saying this message, but this is very important. Okay, friends? I love you. God love you. Eat God's alive energy. It's going to transform your whole life, right? It's going to stop you from being so distracted, taking all of your longevity attention and focusing on other people. You're going to be focusing on your daggone self. You're going to be doing all the things to repair and regenerate this life force vessel that you only get one of, that God gave you, and you should be caring for it like the temple that it is. Okay, because what we put in us is what is creating us. If we're putting bad things inside of our body, maybe that's why some of us walk around with a bad attitude and reactive and we all this other stuff, which is not godly, because you're putting more things in and on you that is not godly. This is why I'm constantly talking about self-love, and make sure everything you do is organic, and make sure that you are grounded in God. Because when you grounded in God, I'll be looking at stuff like warfare. Like, don't you be coming at me with that green hand soap. What is that? You know, like, don't be coming at me with your little ketchup packets. No, I don't want none of that stuff. That's harmful to my vessel. I love myself. What we put in us is absolutely going to magnify what we are. If we are a lot of God's alive energy, then we walking around godly vessels, and people not getting triggered off of somebody's goodness. Like, that don't even make no sense. They happy and they be like, oh, I want to be divine and connected too. And you can be instantly, just be better. Boom. Like, transform. Transform with God's alive energy being consumed into your miraculous vessel. Okay? We are regenerating blood, right? We are repairing our bones. We are shedding skin. We are growing hair. We are urinating. We are defecating. We are creating a lot of things within us. All these processes. So in order for us to process optimally, we got to be giving ourselves the best, the absolute most bestest. Get the best of what you can with what you have. Remove negative mindset and fill your vessel with God's alive energy. It's going to transform your whole life. Okay? That bioengineered processed food keeps you stuck in a low vibration. If you realize and equate the products you use, the food that you eat, how is your life? Has it been the same? Have you been on the cycle? Are you not evolving? That is to keep you stuck. It is dense. It is not high vibrational like God's alive food. Everybody that's walking around eating nothing but God's alive food all the time is pretty grounded inside of the earth and connected with God. They are prioritizing their health overall all the time, because this is our life force. What can we do if we're sick and beat down and we not our best selves? Absolutely nothing but complain. But you could stop any complaining and just get up and do something about your problem right now. Right? Make conscious choices with food. Make conscious choices with what you put in and on your body. Okay, you got a closet full of plastic clothes. Okay, get rid of the majority of them. And then every time you replace something, make sure it is the absolute bestest. This is going to help you transform, because our skin is our largest organ. It is receiving the most of everything. So if we're walking around and we're sweating and our pores is open, we want to make sure we're drinking in some good fabrics, right? Some high vibrational energy, and not plastic stuff being absorbed and breathed into our skin. All of this affects us. Everything affects us. Every conscious choice matters, okay? Look at your life. If you have a lot of things that are fabricated, they're plastic, they're not natural, unnatural aromas, cleaning products, look at everything and get rid of all the stuff that is toxic. Immediately your life is going to shift. Do a clean sweep. It's okay if it takes more than a day to clean up. It's okay if it takes more. It's going to take time. I work on myself every day, okay? I work on myself every single day. So don't be overwhelmed. Do one thing at a time. Focus on one thing at a time and create a change in that and move forward, right? Our bodies are the most magnificent gifts we will ever have. So we need to treat ourselves like the God-given royalty that we are. Honor the vessel, friends. Love yourself. Give yourself absolutely everything you need, okay? And you start doing that by focusing solely on you and not nobody else and not no other drama, because that is a distraction to take your energy away from you focusing on you. Focus on yourself and work on you, and your life will be so transformative. You ain't worrying about what other people got going on, because you got it going on. Okay, friends? God loves you. God loves you. God loves you. God love you. God love you. God love you. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. Have a super awesome, wonderful day, friends, from wherever you're watching from. Bye.